HDI's mission is to transform dancers into confident individuals for their life's journey. Hi, my name is Shai Lopes. I am the creator of Hollywood Dance Intensive. So when I was growing up as a dancer in a studio, I always knew I wanted to be a professional dancer. Like, that was my dream, and I knew it so strong. I just always envisioned myself dancing on TV shows and in film and in music videos and live shows, and anything that I could do, I was just like, I want to do that. I would see people like on TV or in movies, and I was like, I want to do that. I want to be that. So I always knew strongly that's what I wanted to do. So right when I turned 18, she moved me to LA. We had no clue what we were doing, like so clueless. We just went out there. We had this fantasy of like, I'm just gonna be a professional dancer and it's all gonna work out and I don't really have to think about it. We're just gonna show up and we're gonna know what to do. So on my journey to becoming a professional dancer in LA, I was hitting all these obstacles and I didn't have the tools to figure out like what to do. So, I didn't know how to audition. I didn't know how to, I need to go get headshots. And then when I did get headshots, it was like, I didn't even know how to pose. I felt so insecure. He was like trying to tell me what to do. And I'm just facing all these challenges, like finding an agent, interviewing with an agent, and wondering why certain things weren't working out. Well, some of the things were taking me months, and some of the most important things, like auditioning, took me years to figure out how to be confident in an audition, how to freestyle in an audition. The things that I'm wearing when I present myself in class and at auditions took me years. Once I started getting better at auditioning and I booked a couple jobs, I was like, okay, I was booking a couple smaller jobs, and then I booked this one job, and the reason I knew I had made it is because I called my mom before the audition and I was like, okay, Mom, I have this audition for Paul McCartney. It's for his tour. And she's like, Paul McCartney! And she screams, and then she like calls my dad. My dad's like, oh, you're going to this audition. Like, you're going to this audition. So long story short, I go to the audition, I book the job several callbacks later, and this was my first big job. I mean, a world tour with Paul McCartney. He's like one of the most famous musicians in the whole world of all time. And I just had this moment of like, oh my gosh, my dreams are coming true. Like, I can't wait for more of this. I just wanted more. I didn't want it to stop. And it didn't stop. I got to do 4 more tours with him. So from the Paul McCartney tour, that really catapulted me into so many other jobs. I did a movie with Justin Timberlake called Southland Tales. I was working for a really big, well-known choreographer named Marguerite Derricks. I booked a commercial for Haagen-Dazs. I did a musical in Vegas called Surf the Musical with Nick and RJ Durrell, who are major choreographers in LA. I've done the Super Bowl, the Grammys, the Emmys, the CMAs, the VMAs, the list just keeps going. So I created HDI for all dancers. I want all dancers to be able to experience what it's like in the dance industry and be able to kind of get a tutorial and experience a little bit of every single thing, what it's like to dance on camera, what it's like to be in a music video, what it's like to get your headshots done. But also it puts them under these pressures that they're not used to, and they get nervous. And what do we do with those nerves? And how do we be confident under pressure? And what are our secret gifts that we don't know about? So I love pouring that into people. I love bringing out their gifts and making them shine. That in turn makes them succeed in life, because when you have confidence on the inside and you know who you are, you're gonna succeed at anything, not just dance. All the dancers who attend HDI get full access to me, and what took me 20 years to figure out, I'm telling you. I'm giving you all the tricks, the tips, the knowledge bombs. You have full access to me. I don't hold back. I really kind of tell you everything you want to know, plus more. You just never know like who's going to end up being a star. I've seen so many dancers come through our program. People have moved to LA. They've done all these jobs. People have gone on to be on professional dance teams in the NBA. They've moved to Atlanta and started doing films and music videos. They've moved to New York and they're pursuing a concert career in a university and Broadway shows. We just had one girl book a cruise ship. So the possibilities are really endless as far as a professional dance career and seeing where dancers can go. There's so many facets to what you can learn and grow in and know and expand your knowledge, because I sometimes felt like people would tell me like, Shai, you're not gonna make it. Like, you can't just make it as a dancer. You know, you've got to be this, you got to be that, you got to have this. And I was like, no, actually, I'm going to go show you. And even though I didn't know and I had to learn everything the hard way through years of trial and error, I want people to know that it really is possible for you to pursue your dreams, and look at how many different facets you can find. There's so many different avenues for each dancer. And it doesn't have to be the same. It doesn't have to be, you know, Hollywood. It doesn't have to be New York. It can be you going and being a dance teacher and influencing the next generation's lives, which is what I want to do, and which is what I'm so passionate about, because I just love seeing dancers grow. I love seeing them finding their gifts and their passions and their pursuits, and succeeding at their dreams. That's what I want for everybody. That's what I got, and that's what I want for you. And that's why I created Hollywood Dance Intensive. So if any of you out there are curious, studio owners, teachers, dancers, parents, and you want to find me, go to HollywoodDanceIntensive.com. Find me on social media at Hollywood Dance Intensive.
Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise, move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys, man so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Dressed too sharp with the prize, white girls, let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan, if you wanna touch me, please use caution. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise.